calling me.
I wish I'd had something like Huel's back then. Huel's is a game changer. Take this black edition, ready to drink. It's formulated by nutritionists to be the ultimate meal on the go.
Two qualifiers from the Midlands region, Sausage Sarnie and Arctic Stacks.
Yeah, the loss was a tough take, but beating Sandwich comfortably after that felt really good. And then they, game in, game out at Nationals, proved they wanted that.
Hello everyone, to the people. We're on our way to the Allen Fridge, me and Mr. McLean.
You're right, lads.
Any words of encouragement for the team?
Big one today and a big one. Losing gigs last night. Any other day I think we'd have been alright with it, but it's hard to say he didn't put on a good performance at regionals, so you know it could be a tough one. Seeing Ollie May get picked up, I'm not worried, I'm hurt, if anything. He wanted to play for us for a while. He'd said to us, listen, I'd play for you if you go down to 10. And I went, well, I'd let you know, mate. And I let him know, and there he is playing with Stouts. It's glory hunting, really, isn't it?
Yeah, betrayal.
Yeah, no love for the club.
Judas.
You're a Judas. Brian has lost his Judas privileges now. It's gone on to Ollie May. I don't know. I'm nervous because you know we're playing against some big matchups. I don't want us to look stupid. You know, I don't want it to be a washout. But like it's a chance to prove ourselves, but it's a chance to show we've got what we've got to go up against those big names, big players and stuff like that. So yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I am a bit, you know, play it safe, play it cool.
Thank you, Linda.
No worries, mate.
See you back at the Allen Fridge.
Tyler! Come on, Ryan, too easy. Tyler, you fat bastard! Please say you had that one. It is on the street.
The A+ stuff was serious. There was a time there where I was getting contacted by people like Hoagie. I was being contacted by Derbs. These are big names in the Ultimate community. We've got, you know, large influencers, people. Conor McHale, we know him well, obviously friend of the team. And these are big names that are talking to us about this, and they have such a strong stance against A+, and it's hard to say that, you know, I can't see where they're coming from. After talking with Jeremy Yeo, it's clear he you know, wasn't doing this for a win, because if he was, he'd have probably got better players.
Careful on that wall, mate. I probably could have run for it. Tyler East just there.
Yeah, let's go!
Thanks for having me. Yeah, where do you want to start? A+ was really one of the biggest talking points coming into nationals, and a lot of the build-up was focused around that team and how they were going to perform. I think for me, I didn't have much of a problem with the mentoring. You know, I think it's a really good opportunity to get some exposure to play against international opposition, and I think I always felt like it was going to be tough for them to really perform on the day. A pickup team like that hasn't played together. A lot of indoor teams in the UK are all about, you know, close friends coming together and playing. They've got those connections, they've been playing together for years, and I think as an international pickup team, you don't have that chemistry coming into the tournament, and it's tough to win games when you're still trying to learn how to play with your teammates. I think, you know, Jeremy came under a lot of criticism and a lot of backlash for putting that team together, but for me, I think it was actually just a really good bit of advertising for the tournament. I think there became a lot more buzz around nationals. A lot more people were talking about the tournament. There was a lot more eyes.
Is it A+? Is that the one?
A+, that is exactly what it is. A+. So this is a team that is bringing in the ringers for UK indoor nationals. There's a look at where they get AJ Merriman, Alex Atkins. Okay, the rest of these players are local GB British players. I think Jeremy Yo.
So there's a little bit of a Polish contingent. Andrzej Zarod has played for some of the GB teams in the past, but I believe is Polish. So is Benedikt Deskur, who was been part of kind of the Polish beach teams and part of Solaris and a lot of their youth teams as well.
I think it really set the mood ahead of the games. I don't think it really affected my outlook coming into the tournament. I think, you know, me and the rest of the Stags, we saw them as any other opponent. We knew they had some good players. We knew who we really needed to be worried about. We had we had our scouts doing work behind the scenes. We had a game plan going in. And I think really on the day we just outperformed A+. You know, we played them in the pool. Cam Weir played a brilliant game. Really showed the international pickups what he can do in the air. Dominating physically on the pitch, and he had a really good performance. But I think, you know, a lot of our team. We were really excited to play that game, and we came into that game with a lot of joy, and it really served us well, and we came away with a nice, pretty comfortable win.
Oh! No way! Okay, alright. All I'm saying is your last point of contact was out of bounds, and I didn't realise you'd reset back in.
I appreciate that, yeah. I'm a D-check, or ground.
We're out.
I was out?
Yeah, well, because you're fumbling it with your foot out of the pitch. I just wanted it to be a close game. You know that you can't like match it back in the pitch from standing here, can you?
I think if my foot's on the ground, out the pitch. The left foot was inbounds.
Nah, because you jumped from the left back in, but you were still fumbling it with your foot out to back in. It wasn't like you were a mile out. And then when you
And really, when it comes down to it, it's just about who wants it more. And I think on the day, we really wanted that game, and I'm not sure they were really able to keep up.
First time I saw them, well, they were something I've never seen before. Just great players, great people to be around. Had lots of chats with them. Mark and AJ Merriman, one of the highlights of mine. Like pitting myself against some of the best in the world, and it's really good to do. I obviously got pretty beaten on that one. I got, you know, I gave as good as I got, but he definitely got me a lot. So it's one of those where it's great learning experience throughout the season. Even as a slightly older player, you're looking to get better, you're looking to improve, and having them at training certainly did that. And it's great to learn about his situation. He's obviously in in a bit of a party house, which is must be nice. As someone who lives alone, he lives with, you know, his crew, his frisbee crew. So, you know, really nice guy.
Yeah, they're big names, and I think as a team we were relishing that a chance to come up against these guys who, you know, they're almost mythical figures to us. These guys playing a UFA, this is a paid league for frisbee, which is something far beyond what we do. We pay to play. I you know, take time out of my work and stuff like that to pay to go to these tournaments, silly amounts of money. Probably don't pay enough. I think I owe Leamington Lemmings quite a bit of money. But we're paying to go to these tournaments, and these guys are paid to play in America, and this is huge. And obviously, you know, we've got Connor McHale, but, you know, his vert kind of sucks right now. And Josh technically did as well, but, like, let's not get into that. Obviously, I'm pleased about that, and so is Ollie East. We were able to get some kits out of that, so it's positive for us. But these guys, you know, they're major. It's hard for us to deny that we wouldn't do the same thing. We look at Kai Creed, our key member of Sausage Sarnie FC's broader international squad, and there was a couple of times there, touch and go, where we may have got him. But like I said, we go way back. I got his white kit that day, and it's always been a joyful piece for me. And then obviously with his fame increasing over that time period, and obviously links with Sausage Sarnie FC, it's good to see that, you know, we're able to, you know, reap the seeds of networking that I sowed almost 2 years ago now.
Obviously, there were some people who weren't very happy, it's fair to say, with those seasons coming into nationals. I've got very little to do with those seedings at all. There's really no human input. Actually, there's a robot that lives out in our shed, and we feed him the 8 names that are going to nationals. He spits out the numbers, and we go from there. I think, you know, people who want to dive into the algorithm and figure out exactly, you know, why certain teams are coming out higher than others in those seedings, you can do that. You know, feel free to do that. I'm sure the algorithm is public somewhere, but, you know, I'll leave that to the mathematicians. I wouldn't want to get too involved.
It's been bricked. It's been bricked, Paul. We like that. Set play. Playing for a medal here, boys.
Huh? It's an idol, isn't it?
Why have we started that with that? We think that's the...
Oh, although I'm not sure there's many. Yeah, I said many.
Hold. Keep going, mate.
No.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk more about it. Just this one here. Yeah, it was a while ago now, but that'll stick with me. That game will stick with me. We wanted to play well. Obviously, we wanted to come into this playing well, and we had done, and we beat A+, and that was sort of our main goal, really. But then we found ourselves in a really interesting spot. A spot that meant we were playing against the 26ers in the 3rd place match.
Shoot! Boring.
I'll get it back
boring.
to you.
We had a good idea who was on the 26ers team.
We knew they'd be good. They had some strong players we played against before, all throughout our Frisbee careers. One player in particular stood out, Connor McHale. He's been a long-time friend of the Sarnies, so this was always going to be tough. But coming into it, we knew he had a step. Known for his defensive ability, Connor McHale had recently, probably against his better judgment, come out and told us that his vert kind of sucks right now.
My vert kind of sucks right now.
Which was good. We've got tall boys on our team, and if anyone was going to have a good vert, I'm sure the 26ers were hoping it was going to be him. That became, something we knew we could play on, both verbally and physically in the game. If you watch the game footage back, not once did McHale win any aerial duels. Most exciting athleticism from him coming from a layout save, a wayward disc, which is what we could hope for, really. We had big boys, Lukey locking him down, Rob and Roop defensive menaces, Capper on him, and there were times where Ollie East was on as well, but naturally he did a lot better those times. It was a big game. Like I say, it was for a medal. It was our first full official national tournament. We'd gone through regionals. We'd come second. You don't get anything for second at regionals. But here, against the biggest indoor open teams the country had to offer, and America and Asia had to offer apparently, and Poland. There were some Polish players in Ep2. We wanted to show that we could perform. We wanted to show that we could could bag a medal, and that would have been major for us. We'd lost to 26ers earlier in the pool games on Universe Point. They came out of possession and took it away, but we weren't going to let that happen. There was a moment, a couple of points prior to the last point. Ollie East is fair play to the lad. He grafts. He wants the win, whether he can provide it or not. He's limping onto the pitch, his leg is hurt and he's injured, and he wants to go on that point, and as the manager, player captain of the day, I had to make the call, I had to make the hard call.
Literally limp on. You're either hurt or you're not hurt. You can't just limp on and be like, oh, it's a really good offense. And then and then when you get scored, you'll be like, oh yeah, sorry, so it's like, it's because you've got 12 players. There's no need for you to limp on.
I hope Ollie now in hindsight understands it was never about him in particular. I just, I wanted to do what's best for the club, the team, and I had to pull him off, which is unfortunate, because I know that he would have played his heart out, but we had to put our best line out towards those last couple of points, and, despite the fact that we were snuck on, we had to play the strongest point.
I did say, I think this is exactly how the game went last time. To this point.
It's basically traded so far.
Okay, I was gonna say, is Josh on the pitch?
Yes.
Because I couldn't see him and the rest of them were debating. But it turns out he was the only one on the line.
Oh, on the no line, yeah. Okay, fine. I thought we can out. We'll come out. Huh?
Yeah, we could.
But Shimmer can't play today.
But either he was a good matchup, or he takes Chris.
Yeah, and just take him out away.
They need to clear out quicker.
on, Maka. Come in, Maka. Maka. Get tight, Rob. Drop.
Yeah, nerve-wracking. That last point was nerve-wracking. Obviously, we come out in possession. It's almost a mirror of what happened in those pool games. And, you know, there are a couple of times there where you get a bit worried that...
I don't think there's great grip on the floor. I did say it. It'd be fun. Someone did call Rue on and then must not have gone on. Sensible. Sorry, hang on. It isn't that. Oh.
That final moment, Marshall takes the disc. Now, for those of you who do know Marshall, he's, you know, he's got fantastic stamina. He'll bid, he'll get up high for discs. He will, you know, put the shot that you know, sometimes needed. He loves a huck. He loves overthrowing women on a flick huck. Luckily, that wasn't an issue here at Open Indoors. Like I said, Universe, he puts a knife, you know, a rolly knife up to Rob, and you know, you've got to say he spotted the matchup. It was Rob. I can't remember now, but against a player of you know, much lesser stature, and Robert, he's an aerial menace. Like I said, Marshall puts that disc up high. I think the world held their breath. It felt like it was going forever. And Marshall's gone and thrown the one that we didn't expect, and he's pulled it off.
Sorry, hang on. It isn't that. Oh. Oh my god. I got third. Oh, Tim. Good job, Tim. Good job.
But like I said, I feel like the future of the club was riding on that. You know, everything we've accomplished since then might not have happened if that had gone the other way.
I'm pleased with us. We've come home with a medal, which is something that I guess maybe, especially after Copa, we thought wouldn't happen. I think we thought, looking at those teams, apart from obviously A+, we'd have a problem at nationals. And I suppose looking at those stats, sometimes some people might say we did have a problem, but I think you've got to look at how we finished, and we beat them all. I think this is only the start.
You did it.
Broke up with my girl last night, so I went to the club. Put on a fresh white suit and a mini cup, sitting on dubs. I'm just looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love. If you know what I mean. Everybody jacking me as soon as I stepped in the spot. 200 bitches in the building, ain't none of them hot. Except for this pretty young thing that was working all the way at the top. Shouted, what is your name?
In the end, it doesn't matter. So.